Greetings, fellow paladins. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: Inquest of the Dead. Episode 11, a Rallied Rapid Response. Okay. Well, we have these freaks on our walls, but apart from that, we're okay. Alright, let's post up behind physical cover. So, Sun Tzu and Rascal in front, Sloan, Kadath, Sakura behind. And then Good way in front to absorb gunfire, depending on the weapons they have, or isolating their, like, doomsday launchers, etc. Come on. You said you're gonna get attacked by cultists. So I will have enough plasteel at the end of this to build the multi-analyzer. Between the quest reward if they survive and what I got from the shuttle. And if they don't survive the shuttle, I'll almost have enough. And then I could get enough if I ended up... No, I'll have enough. Because I have 35 here and 35 in Caravan. So yeah, no, that's fine. Here we go. They aren't scary. Super Bass is the only one with frag grenades, and he's about to have a rude awakening with death. Now, if I could get Cataphract armor, like, that would not be... I would not be upset by that. But no, we smoked their raid party like you would not believe, so yeah, there's no hope of that. I can strip you, but it looks like you have bird skin. Yeah, forget that. So Tasha, you got a little hurt, but you're alright. And as you can see here, I am like loading up everything into Caravan to bring home. And then we'll have to burn the bodies. So Sakura, you are a priestess. Start putting them to rest. Okay, Rascal, you obviously need help. Now, there is a chance with Molotov cocktails catching fire and exploding. I don't really want the Molotov cocktails, because we can just ignite on ground, which is why I'm leaving them. And at this point, we can't really get high. I'm going to need to deal with this horde. This horde's, like, completely in the way. But you're welcome, shuttle. Alright, so we have Blade Focus. I need Speed Boost, Adrenaline Rush, Controlled Frenzy. Run. I swear, Sun Tzu just got hit from like 2 cells away. That looked like bogus BS. And it wouldn't be terrible to, like, drag these guys towards the Cataphracts, because the Cataphracts can die of no consequence, and they'll help, as long as Wendy stays alive. Because obviously Good could tank them, but, like, it's best if there's a lot more gunfire coming off the Cataphracts. Plus, I might get, you know, Cataphract armor. I know it's cheese to get it that way, but Ain't no rules against it. We're charitable, but we're not fools. Okay, I don't want him near Wendy, though. She's the one that needs to survive most. In fact, I haven't actually physically... Well, I've endangered them, but I haven't actually gotten any of them killed yet. Because they're wearing, like, cataphract armor. They're tanky as hell. Tankier than good, perhaps. Alright. That group is done. Rascal, Patch, Sun Tzu, Sloan, you will burn 6 there. Sakura, you'll burn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Good, you'll burn 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We didn't get all of them, but we really thinned out the herd that was, like, sitting on us. Oh, there goes one of the Molotovs. Boom! Rescue shuttles arrived. We're done. It'd be funny if, like, one of the grenades just blew up on them. Took Wendy out. Go, Dickerson, leave. Okay, I missed one. Sun Tzu, you go for that. And here it is, the reward. So now I'm just going to clean out the rest of this horde that's just camping in the base. But yeah, good stuff. We got everything we were after. We lost nothing. I didn't end up getting any cataphract armor, but, like, all things considering, that could have gone a lot worse. So I'll take a win. And the combat command's great because accuracy goes way the hell up. So we were able to clear out all of the ones there. You're all cleared. Alright, good. I'm going to have you... Rascal, I'm going to have you be the burner. And then good, you can go behind the walls again. No, stop putting random fires out. What the heck are you doing? Alright. Cancel caravan formation. And speed boost. So, let's update the close to home. We do not want to be anywhere near here. Because there's still this group. But everyone else can be close to home now. Hauling and working and whatnot. Yeah, it was a good fight. We really cleaned up, too. That's the happy part. So we definitely have enough plasteel for the multi-analyzer. And once I get a breather, if I ever get a breather, going to the Ancient Dangers for gold isn't a bad idea. Okay, your recon armor is at 41. It can still take a few more fights. Cool. Cheers. And the big win here is the shuttle engine, obviously. That was the big win. Can I use mortars? Hypothetically, yes. It's, oh, Jesus. It's rather difficult to source chem fuel in meaningful amounts because of the lack of wood and arable soil. So I'm not going to say no, but, you know, it would be expensive. It's kind of an inefficient way to clear out hordes. But reasonable if we, like, land a shell or two. The thing is, if they burn and the corpses don't disappear, they just come back. So one of the issues is if we're not physically around to finish them off, there's no telling of whether they are actually dead or not, because they'll just revive. So we got 4. The southern group is going to be annoying because they're just going to merge with this group. So I think what I'm going to do... Good. Speed boosts. I'm going to try to cut them off before they get here. And then my shooters are going to do the same. Trying to cut them off at this riverbank area before they merge with them. Knowing that the northern parts of my wall are going to get munched by them, but that's fine. No, get over here. Okay, so I stopped them from merging with that group. This group, however, I don't know if I'm going to reach in time. Because if I start shooting, these guys will get pissed off. So I'll do what I can, but... it's a little bit more challenging. Okay. Luckily, they seem to push all the way to the wall. So I might be able to get them here. Sakura, burn up these that we downed. And you are just... oh, you're doubly stronger. Nice. Goddess of the battlefield. Okay, I know it's getting super munched up there. It's just I didn't see an easy way around that. Oh, rascal got nabbed. There we go, there's one. I don't want them firing at will. Okay. They've already breached walls there, so they're here. And once good is finished burning up these guys, I'll have this group rendezvous up here and work their way south after healing Rascal. Okay, group up. And good is almost done burning this group, and then I'll have her, like, run all the way around up here. Now, the only issue that I have is Sun Tzu. You are going to need to get out of dodge. I'll have you go south and around. So nobody's lives are immediately threatened. Alright, this group's going to be easy for us to shoot. There's only 3 of them. And good, you're done? You're done now. Okay, you have psychic agility. Your neck and head are bleeding. That's not great. Okay, I did turn you off fire on will. It's my bad. So you're now allowed to fire on will. At will. And I want to avoid merging into that group. Oh, Jesus. How did that happen? Look away for 1 second and you get your head bit. Dude, don't let your head get bit. It's like rule number 1 of the zombie apocalypse. Don't let them bite your head. Alright, Sloane's getting overwhelmed over here. But there's overlapping fields of fire. So as long as we kite well, that should be alright. Good is patching his bloody head. The corpses for that I'll dump here. So we have this cluster, which will break out, and this cluster, which is just like busting walls. Alright, Sakura. No, I don't have enough for light. That's too bad. Alright, you work your way back. His head's patched, so Good, you're up. Sunsu, you are going to be hauling these bodies to the burn zone. And Good will clear up more of these guys. And then this group will rendezvous in. Oh, you're putting them there? I guess it's fine. I don't really care. That works. Alright, I'm not going to bother putting fires out in this whole... you know what? We're too close to the Pollux tree. So, no, I take that back. Okay. Good, get some bed rest. Dath and Sloane. I'm going to have you... get some basic walls up. Sunsu has one more body to get. I know he's still bleeding. Sakura, you're going to be hauling these bodies to the piles and burning them. And then Sloane, you are going to be responsible for tending. Alright, I think that crisis has mostly been handled. As long as they don't start munching my walls. Oh, Sakura, what the hell? Oh, so they're automatically pathing into me? Hey, you didn't actually build that, dude. Okay, you still have blade focus, so that's fine. Sakura, why are you're freaking stop. Haul it to the local zone. Yeah, all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, that is easier. Yes, it is. I think it's because I had queued it up earlier, and it was when the zone wasn't accepting corpses. It's fixed now. All right, so Sunsu, oh, God, get out of there. Shut that behind you. He hung out too long. Death is getting the last hole patched. Good's burning up those bodies. And Sakura is burning up the ones that are inside. Now there is like 4 here that are kind of annoying that I might want to go for next. Just to thin them out even more so I don't have to keep patching up my walls. Sloan, Hall, Sakura, Hall. Okay, and Sakura start burning. Oops, there's still one up there. You need to rest and eat, I know. Alright, Good's done with this grouping. No, she's not. They just keep showing up. This isn't in the home zone. No, okay, good. Okay, so that group got thinned out just because they got group aggroed with everything else. We're almost on cleaning up, and all that's really left is that Sloan needs to medically tend those that are bleeding. So, tending Sun Tzu and then Rascal. And then whatever wounds Good has left. We have perimeter security, we do have walls everywhere, and all of the aggroed shamblers are now dealt with. Good. Cheers. Yeah, we'll see how long the breather is, I know. Some adjustments might be made to the frequency of shamble assaults, just so that it's not like 1 step forward, 2 steps back constantly. At this point, most of the maps shamblers are dealt with. I think we're at like a pop low. 52? Yeah, I don't think it's been lower. For a while. Where'd you get that fine meal? Oh, Nabe. Let's pretend we didn't just eat Nabe. Alright, your armor is at 35. It's good for another fight or two. Barely, but technically. Man, the corpse pile zones, I did not think they would take this long to build. The storyteller's really been resistant for progress. Alright, scheduling. Good, you're going to go back to a normal schedule. And with any luck, we'll get some progress in the cleanup. So ground pen scanning just got done. What are we researching next? So I don't have the advanced component for ground pen scanning yet, but that could be one of the things we do soon. I obviously, the close to zone, I'm going to do behind walls, because I don't want Kadath like walking out there right now. That would be horrible. But there's a lot of like local repair to manage, which is fine. I think I'm going to actually expand the close to the behind the walls. This is a little dangerous, but expand the behind the walls to include the walls themselves so that we can actually physically repair the walls for all the incidental damage that accumulates. The reason why I don't normally do this is technically it's allowed to path to the outside of the wall to repair it, like in the case of here. So it's not perfect, but it will allow us to like repair a whole lot of the walls that need attention. Sloan. Oh yeah, you use combat command, that's right. Okay, these guys are wandering away, and that will allow me to get back to work soon. I think it probably makes sense to move the stone cutter right next to the deep drill site, and then maybe just put granite chunks here. Why haul twice when you don't have to? There we go. Those two spots are fixed. In order to free up space in our stockpile, the other thing I could do is to stockpile stuff that doesn't decay in here. Which would be raw resources that are not plant matter, gravelite panels, wood, and that will free some space up here. We'll do this as like a preferred. Alright, we almost have enough breathing room to repair this. Almost. And it looks like you guys want beer and tea. I almost said tier and B. We'll do Psychic Brewing first. And then beer. So we have a lot of Psychite. Matt, thank you for the resub. Okay, where the... Okay, there they are. Yeah, everyone's healed. Nice. So we got everything but the gold for the multi-analyzer. Awesome. The other thing I'm going to put in there is a bookcase. Not that we have any books yet, but like eventually we will. No, don't build it. I don't trust you. Alright, I'm going to create a new zone. Copy, paste, and this will be owned structures. Actually, owned structures is basically home zone, so never mind, I'm not going to do that. So, Kadath. you're going to be zoned to home zone, allowing you to like repair walls in here and build these walls now that this group has moved on. And I'll just have to be attentive to make sure you don't go anywhere dangerous. So now we're trying to get this burn box going as well. Ooh, boy. Never a dull moment. Let's get rid of the flooring in here. We don't need the path to be able to speed up shamblers to approach. Because technically this slate packed dirt floor is 100% movement, whereas like normal dirt is 87. Doesn't make a massive difference, but it's enough of a difference that I don't want them pursuing us quickly. Hey, cheers. And Sakura leveled up again in Psycast. So, Guardian skip barrier would be really nice to have when the cultists attack us with a lot of guns. So maybe that's what I'll do, but what's challenging about that is she frequently does not have enough focus to bother with stuff like that. So I don't know how that... I don't know if it's actually going to come into play most of the time. We'll see. So another thing I'd like to do is to open up the Ancient Dangers. And I know I've been saying that for a long time. As soon as this burn box is done, I'll make a point to open this Ancient Danger. And the challenging thing will be if there is someone in the Ancient Danger, Ancient Soldiers, that we want to recruit, to get them so that they aren't dead. Basically, Good should not be involved in the fight if I could help it. Because if she's involved in the fight, the person we're going to want to recruit will die instead. There is such a thing as being too good at your job, and she's too good at her job. In other words. So Kadath is doing some wall patching, which is good, because, yeah, those shamblers really munch the walls. Now, one really powerful thing that we can consider in the future is a double wall is really nice for shamblers, because shamblers will sometimes destroy a wall and then, like, just wander off and not destroy 2 walls deep. So normally for, like, breachers and sappers and stuff, 2 walls deep makes almost no difference at all. To a breacher or a sapper, it's like an inconvenience of like 10 seconds. But for a shambler, it might actually stop them from physically approaching us. So that's like, I mean, it's a long-term project, but that might be something that we want to invest in. Because it will significantly slow down the approach of the average shambler. And we're being assaulted by 27. Right when I thought I might get a chance to make some progress. The good news, however, the silver lining here, is there isn't an active group of shamblers up against us right now, which means we won't have a whole bunch of other shamblers joining in on this fight. So, silver lining. Unfortunately, this is the only burn box we have up. This one isn't done yet. I think what I'll do is, I'll create the corpse zone here for it. Well, I think I did what? Yeah, 4. Okay, I'll create the zone here for it. Because I'm sure we'll fill it. So in this assault, we got one group coming in from the south, one from the east, one from the northeast, and one from the northwest. So shooters go south. Let's clean up the south real quick. And then cut off the east too. And then have the northern ones come in. Rogarth, thank you for the resub. So Rascal, I want you following Good down there to essentially just clean up her kills so she doesn't have to burn them. The East group is not heading... they might still head towards me. I'm not sure where they're going to go. Yep, they are. Cool. So now they have to path over the water. And that's great, because it gives me time to catch up. Alright, so the southern group is dealt with. The shooters mostly handled the eastern group with some backup. Sun Tzu, you're going to hang behind, and you're on corpse duty. And then you guys are going to path over here with Good. And Sun Tzu will finish Kenna off. I like how the trainees are on fire duty. Alright, they got in. Maybe we just kill the ones that are inside and work our way out. Alright, Rascal, you're done, so join us as a shooter. I would say this was pretty good cooperation from all parties. Like, Good didn't have to carry this quite as hard as she normally would. So Rascal, I'm going to stock the bodies here. It'll be closer, so you have less running to do. We're done. Efficiently handled. Sun Tzu's done. Cool. Most of the corpses are piled. Sakura, you can start burning. Awesome. So we have a door that needs patching and a wall that needs patching. Not a big deal. I'll go get the granite blocks now. No, wait. Yep, this is my fault, but stop. They need to burn! Now, what's unfortunate is our base is so large that it won't be classified as indoors. There's actually a little bit of an advantage, potentially, to segment the base off into different sections, like compartmentalization, so that it could be determined or as indoors, and just unroofed in most spaces, so that corpses, as long as we patch the walls, don't end up resurrecting in our own base. That's not something I'm going to work on right now, but that I would say is probably worth working towards in the far future. Something like this, where we just have, I'm building fake walls, but we like separate out the base into different sections so they're indoors. Because once a space is too large, it won't be considered indoors, even if it is all walled. It can go beyond the size max. All right, because yeah, actually, that's a good question. Unroofed outdoors, yeah. So this is all a room, but it's classified as outdoors just because it's, you know, too big. What is the, how large can indoor area be? I don't know off the top of my head. It's generous, but it's not like the entire compound of the base generous. It has no roof, which is why it's outdoors. But even still, a room can be too large. I think it's worth noting. Now, if we wanted to start adding a roof over things, I could do that. And then adding columns to start putting roofs over everywhere that is polluted and not farm worthy. So that it can start to move towards indoor designations. With that said, we will probably want floodlights to be an artificial light source as we are getting rid of our natural one. But yeah, I like that idea. And now that we don't have a rat, I don't need to worry about the grazing grass either. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Inquisitors.